I hear this a lot in terms of maybe perhaps more mainstream media. Like, let's, forget about politics. Let's just think about fitness magazines or fitness media, wellness media. A lot of people bag media outlets. A lot of people are like, oh, why are they publishing that? Or why would they say such outlandish things? Or, why are they still talking about weight loss and looking skinny on XYZ magazine? And I sometimes wonder, like, obviously they're doing it to gather or to get a reaction. But I also still think that we're the ones consuming it. Like, we're the ones who look at that outrageous headline and go, oh my God, and open it up in like an outrage and read it and then get outraged by it. And I feel like that's half the problem, is because we're actually allowing ourselves to react to these insanely clickbaity headlines.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think just in the media in general, there's a lot of, it's very saturated, obviously with social media as well. There's a lot of competition to get your story out there. Whereas before, there's always been sensationalism in the media, to be fair. I'm thinking of like tabloids and whatever. It's not something new. But I think now it's more like, can I get my story to be seen, which obviously everyone's trying to do on social media platforms. Clickbait is something I can't stand because it always gets me and I probably click on it, and I'm just like, it just gets that, it just drives something in you, makes your blood boil, or just makes you, it's just a shock factor. It's a shock value. And that's how you play on human emotion. You play on human intrigue. People want to know what you're talking about, especially if you leave it, unannounced. So, or unanswered, let's say. But clickbait, I just think is very dangerous because the person who's written that article, who has hopefully done a good job of it and done their fact checking and whatever else, taken time to write something credible, you can literally just destroy that by putting a headline that doesn't really match to what the story is about. And this happens all the time. So people will go and click on it, or maybe they won't. Often what I do on Instagram, for example, I will kind of scroll through stories and I'll see something that's maybe of interest or something that's clickbaity. And I'm like, oh, that's a, controversial way of saying it or something. I go to the comments because now everyone just says, summarizing the feature, here you go. And I'm like, well, thank you for doing that. I didn't click on their page. I didn't go to their whatever. I'll only go to your website if I believe in your journalism and I want to support your publication and probably subscribe to it as well. You know what I mean? So clickbait is part of this fast consumption culture, fast commenting culture. And also it just can misalign entirely with what the story aimed to achieve. So who in the comments is giving you the information? Are they journalists? Are they people writing for the publication? Are they random people who are sat on their sofa just going, let's put some random comments on here and see what people do? It's just a very open forum to be saying whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I find this like topic endlessly fascinating because I don't think we realize how much of an impact even the things that we don't think that we click into affect us. So Emma, my other segment host, well, one of my other segment hosts on here, she posted a reel about a magazine article talking about how many calories were burned in a Pilates class versus another Pilates class or something or other. And she's very frustrated by this because she's sick of the calorie thing, like, because that's the only way that we can define or measure success supposedly in a class is by how hard we worked.
Yeah.
And as for this topic for this month, we're talking about measurements. We're talking about, how do we define what we measure in fitness? But I think the question before we ask ourselves, what do we measure, is how are we influenced by what to measure and by who's telling us to measure what? And I find that so fascinating.